Hello and welcome to another update video. In this video, I want to talk about profit-taking strategy that I sometimes use to take profits on my crypto investments. In the next few days, I'm going to publish a few videos about different strategies of profit-taking, because essentially there are different ways of taking profits also for different traders, for different risk profiles, for different types of investors, and there is no one size fits all solution pretty much. So I want to show the first way of taking profits on the example of Shiba Inu, because that is how I did it. And again, I think at the moment it's a good time to talk about these things because we are approaching new all-time highs potentially for Bitcoin and Ethereum and some other cryptos. And some people have asked me, can you talk about profit taking? Now, one video about profit taking that covers all of it will be very, very long. So I decided to split it in different chunks. And I will publish these over the next few days and talk about different strategies in each video. Gives me the chance to keep it in a manageable size, gives you the chance to also listen to it in a manageable size. Not many people want to listen to 1 hour long videos. And I will also create a playlist within which I will put these profit-taking videos. So the first strategy that I want to talk about is basically selling in chunks, yeah? What I want to do, what I do sometimes, and again, it depends on what kind of cryptocurrency it is. In this case, I've chosen Shiba Inu because that is the last one where I've actually used that strategy, a meme coin. I know there is some use case behind it as well. I know the team is quite good and everything, and it's, in my view, not necessarily a shit coin. But still, I use this personal strategy when I believe that a cryptocurrency there is more potential that it comes down once more than that it goes up. Yeah. So let me explain the strategy first, then I will talk about more why I applied it to Shiba Inu. So this strategy is basically that I make a plan about when I'm going to sell how many percent of my holding. So what I did with Shiba Inu, I split it in pieces. So I said, when the price goes up 10%, I'm going to sell 10%. If it goes up another 10%, I'm going to sell another 10%. If it goes another 10%, I'm going to sell 20%. And that's how I did it until I had 20% left. And I still hold these 20%. And I use these last 20% to basically just ride it, right? I don't mind, because I've made so many profits along the way by basically dollar cost averaging out, that I don't mind if even those last 20%, if the price goes back to the starting position, okay? What I did with Shiba Inu, I actually bought it at, I believe it was 8-9 cents, so it was somewhere down here. It wasn't a low, but it was a good position to start. And I did it with Shiba Inu because I assumed at some point you will get this crazy ride. So for Shiba Inu, honestly, and then when the pump started, I had no idea how long will this go on for. How long will, because this, with meme coins or with these types of coins that you can't really, those hyped coins, it is so hard to say when it's going to stop. It's just so hard. There's someone just needs to make a tweet and it just goes to the moon. So for me, that was the most objective strategy that I could use. And it made sense to me because I don't believe that Shiba Inu necessarily a coin that let's say in 2 or 3 years will be much, much higher than today. Well, it probably will be, but not to the degree or not to the probability that, for example, a ecosystem like Solana will be, or Cardano, or in the same level that Ethereum will develop. So with Shiba Inu, it was a bit uncertain for me. So, and the pump was crazy. So I said, look, I want to participate in profit taking, because if I lose that will be a major lost opportunity. So I hope that makes sense. So I said, I split it and I sold until today, or until now, I've sold 80% of my Shiba Inu holdings, and I'm holding the 20%, and I'm just going to ride it. Yeah, I'm going to ride it and I will take it from there, and I will just see how the price develops. If it drops, I'm probably just going to hold on to it and on these last 20%, and really then we'll do the long-term holding, and they will stay in my long-term portfolio then, and I will probably buy more when it drops again to the level where I started. Yeah. Because I've made enough profits along the way, and I've taken the profit. Yeah. So I'm going to ride it. And these 20%, you know, if it drops again, I haven't made a loss. And even if I make a loss, I've made enough profit along the way by dollar cost averaging out. That is a good objective strategy, but you need to make a plan before, ideally, before a price goes up. When do you want to sell? So make a plan about, split it maybe, yes, say, as I did potentially, you know, when 10% price increase, sell 10%. Yeah, or more. It all depends on your personal view, what you want to take out. But I think split it in 4 or 5 chunks. I think that has always worked for me in the past. And I specifically use it for cryptocurrencies here, like Shiba Inu, where you've got really a profile like that, really these pump and dump coins, yeah, where you have a hype and then you have no idea when it's going to stop, really. Just a hype coin, and at some point it will just drop probably very, very hard. And again, it might stay at a higher level, and that's fine, but I've taken profits along the way, and then you can use these profits potentially to reinvest them in other cryptocurrencies. And that is just when you see a pump like that, just to take. And it works also with other cryptocurrencies, if that works for you. You know, you could use it for Bitcoin, for example, even if you want to do. But for Bitcoin, I use another strategy that I will talk about in another video. But the dollar cost average out strategy has worked for me for projects where I have no idea where the price could go. Like, for example, Shiba Inu. With Bitcoin, that is volatile, but that is not that volatile and not that unpredictable. I use other strategies, and that will come in one of the next videos. But I really wanted to talk about this dollar cost average out strategy and this selling in chunk strategy. And I use it only for, yeah, as I said, these sort of pump and dump coins and unpredictable coins that make a massive move. But again, it works for other things as well. But I'd like to use other strategies for the other cryptocurrencies. So that's the first strategy of profit taking for cryptocurrencies. You can use it, as I said, for anything if it works for you. It's a good way of staying kind of objective. Yeah, it's a good way of staying objective because you have your numbers. You know, you could always apply the same set of, let's say, dollar cost averaging out. Let's say, you know, selling 10% after 10% price increase and so on. You could always apply that, and then you don't change the sort of the structure of it, if that makes sense. So again, that has worked for me, and this is purely based basically on just the numbers of just the structure, just the chunks, and yeah, it takes a bit of work because you need to, you know, maybe put a spreadsheet up and everything, but after a while you'll get used to it, and it's a good way just to take profits. That's the first way of doing it. Again, for something like Shiba Inu, for example, as I said here, just show Tether here, where it's so unpredictable, because at the moment, you know, we sort of could be rolling over, but it could also be a triangle. It's very unpredictable in a strong uptrend, but also overbought, very unpredictable. There could be one more tweet and we could just drop, and then I wouldn't have taken any profits. It's just a risk. And yeah, that's just one strategy. So take that in, think about it, you know, take what you think is useful for you. If it's not worth it, if it's not useful for you, forget about it, and maybe watch my next profit taking video. Yeah. And again, I talk about different strategies because different strategies work for different people. There are different people with different risk profiles, with different, some people are more risk averse, you know, so everybody has a different background. So there is no one size fits all solution, but there are different strategies. And then when you listen to it, you can think about, you know, oh, that might work for me. And then you can use that. And again, no financial advice in any way, just what I do, different strategies that I use, and then you can think about if you might want to apply these as well. Let me know if you want to hear more about profit taking, and I'm happy to do a next video about another profit taking strategy that I have used in the past or that I plan to use. And again, I'll create a playlist for this as well. Hope you liked the video. Again, if you did, please smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and comment as well. Thanks a lot for watching, and the battery is running low anyway. Thank you. Bye-bye.